I think it's very important to understand what is actually happening right now. First of all, you need to stay very calm. Take a deep breath. Everything's going to be okay. So let's talk about what a bail-in and a bailout is. Let's talk about what is actually happening in the banking system and what can happen, what Janet Yellen calls contagion. So number one, a bailout is very different than a bail-in. A bailout is when they inject equity, money into the bank to save it. This happened with the housing collapse, and they saved these big financial institutions. A bail-in is when all the debt is converted to equity, and in the sale of the bank after the FDIC takes over, if there's money left in the equity sale, people over $250,000 will get some money back. So very different. Well, Janet Yellen said, no, the feds are not stepping in. Everybody on Twitter is saying that they said they were going to step in. They're not stepping in. So what this tells me is it's all game. They're going to let the banks go through this and try to control the contagion. This is her words, contagion. What happens is some banks that are doing well get hit by what's called contagion. So in one bank, like Silicon Valley Bank, that had billions of deposits, big companies in there, and some small companies that ran a lot of money, is when one bank collapses, it causes contagion, the emotional response in human beings. We are a debt-based society, and the banks need your liquidity to keep the debt going. Shit, our government can't even operate without the debt ceiling being raised. So if you go into the bank and suck out the liquidity, there's no credit to lend. If there's no credit to lend, there's no money in the system. If there's no money in the system, the companies can't operate. If the companies can't operate, you don't need employees. If you don't need employees, there's no credit in the system, and it gets cyclic, and then we go into a massive, massive depression. Or is this all the switch to the new monetary system? I've been covering this stuff for 2 years, and I'm calm as a cucumber. Because this is nothing new under the sun. Jesus was flipping open the money changers 3 days before he was crucified. This is the greatest time in human history for us, normal, everyday people, to take advantage of the biggest shift in generational wealth. You're not going to stop the shift in the monetary system. And if you're a baby boomer, you need to start paying attention. Your whole financial system is getting flipped upside down. And as everybody's looked this way, I have looked this way for 2 years and completely changed my game plan. So yes, I'll be covering this stuff all week because it's extremely important. This is going to go down in history. Warriors, let's get your shit together. Love you guys.